man apart from other species is the extent of capacity of his achievements. Striving to excel forms the significant part of everyone's efforts. To those who, like myself, found it difficult or beyond the boundary of possibility at one time, let me assure you, there is a method by which one's abilities could be enhanced. The basic principle underlying this is to connect with the primal creative energies of nature. Sounds impossible? Not at all. It all goes back to creation. The mind is connected with creation. You simply have to become aware of it. The surest way to connect to creative energies is through color. Concentrate on the beauty of color, its intensity, its brilliance. Imbibe it. Look at flowers, trees, people, and detect the color within. You are then drawing nature and natural energies into you. You will slowly increase your perception and thereby increase the capacity of your cells. After a time, you will find that your ability in your specific field of work has increased. We are all familiar with the feeling of joy we experience when we wake up in the morning to a bright day and see the sun shining brightly through the window. This gives us a spurt of energy. What is responsible for this? Light. And what is light? The components of light are colors. Color is the essence of life. To understand that, we must first understand the power of color and its origin. Two primal energies emerged from the spurt of creation: resonance and refulgence, vibration and vibrance, or in simple words, sound and light, which are the basis of all manifestation. From these emanated the electromagnetic force, the weak and strong force, the gravitational force, as we know today from scientific data. Music, as of sound, is also a means of stress relief, but I am dealing with the visual means, that is light, as of sight, which is even more effective, for seeing is believing. Light is made of colors. The gamma rays that were caused to be formed from the electromagnetic force contains within it the womb of all color in the form of the spectrum, which occupies a tiny part of its giant energy. It consists of the 7 colors of the rainbow: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, all formed from the amalgamation of the 3 primal colors: blue, yellow, red. Cobalt blue, cadmium yellow, vermilion in the language of the palette. This is responsible for light. From these colors came everything in creation, starting from particles to planets to people. There is visible proof that colors form the intrinsic components of light. Fire is the tangible representation of light, and you can see the proof that light means color if you look closely at a candle flame. You will see the base is blue, the middle is yellow, the tip is red, the 3 primal colors of creation from which everything originated. And in the language of the palette, this is cobalt blue, cadmium yellow, vermilion. Myriads of hues were born from these 3 primal hues. Everything in the universe has these myriads of colors, and the intensity of shades in each object is what distinguishes each from the other. We are formed of all the colors of the universe and therefore connected to the universal energy through these same colors that form everything in it. So, drawing energy through these very same colors that we are made up of is the surest and the best way to change our minds in order to increase our abilities. Now, let us see how we can do this. There is a method. The first step is to increase our perception of colors. How do we do that? Let me first show you this enlarged image of fruits. Look at the apple. What color do you see? Very obvious, red. But look closer. You will see many more shades that you will be able to distinguish a lot many more colors as well. There is purple, there is yellow, there are different shades of red, there is blue. Towards the edges, you will find a numerous amount of shades. But at first, you may not be able to make it out. The more you look, the more you will be able to perceive. It may not be easy at first to detect all these shades. You may have to look at it for 5 minutes, every day for 3 days or more. But the very effort that you are making is getting you closer and closer to color, even if you cannot see many of them. This is strengthening the neurons of your brain, and you are feeling less heavy, which means layers of stress are peeling off. Try looking at objects to detect as many colors as you can for a few minutes every day before you start work, and you will find you can perform with a clearer mind. Now, I want you to imagine something. You have a date and you have set up this fabulous restaurant with beautiful lights, beautiful cutlery, fabulous food, and you are waiting for your date. Your date comes in and you sit down to this absolutely amazing menu that has been provided with all the decorations, candles, everything. And finally, you come to the end of the meal and you want to pay your date a very lovely compliment. What do you say? You say, "My dear, what an amazing combination of cobalt blue, cadmium yellow, vermilion you are." Of course, there and then the date will end, perhaps, but you may be sure you have voiced the ultimate compliment, the most superlative compliment in this universe, than which there can be no other. We are not the only ones in this planet to bond with colors. Animals too have that ability. In fact, some of them are sharper than us. For example, the mantis shrimp, the botanical name of it is Tomatopoda. It has 12 color receptors, while human beings have only 3. It can perceive many more shades to a rainbow than we can. And look at these color studies painted by elephants and dolphins. They are from the St. Louis Zoo. And here is a sea squid. It's called the strawberry squid. It is literally a mass of colors. When light shines on its body, it reflects these innumerous number of shades. Amazingly, color is connected to all the senses. In other words, we can feel, taste, smell, hear as we see colors. If you look at these images on the slides, you will see the redness, the luscious transparency of the fruits, and you look at them, the more you look at these fruits, the more you will be able to taste them in your mind. And now you look at this fabric, this glossy fabric of satin. You can actually feel, because of the colors that have brought out the shades of the texture of the fabric. Similarly, the image of the woman laughing. If you concentrate on her face and see the shades around her face, her smile, the sparkle in her eyes, and the manner in which she is smiling, through the shades, you can hear her laughter in your mind. And also the images of the roses, if you look at them the dewdrops on the petals. You can feel their fragrance in your mind. So this gives you a vivid sense of all the senses through color. You can see, feel, smell, hear through color. So when you connect with color, all your senses are charged, energized, and rejuvenated. Metaphorically speaking, you are now ready to conquer the world. In other words, you are geared up for maximum achievement through color. This is your new age enlightenment.